Hey guys, it's John. Right, I was very much inspired to do this video. I wasn't going to do it, and I just thought, no, I'm going to do it. Just watch Metal Mike. Just watched your video, Mike, saying I was not normal, and I just thought I was pissing myself laughing. Yeah, so yeah, no, great minds think alike. No, this is a video response, a contest response or entry to Farleys Retro Fancave, and yeah, well done, mate. 1,000 subs. I went to do your video or this video and thought, how come I'm not subscribed to you? Because I have been, checked out some other people's stuff that I'm not subscribed to for some reason. YouTubers doing something really weird, unless I've knocked a button on the PC or my phone or something, I don't know. But yeah, congratulations, 1,000 subs, that's awesome. I wish I was at 1,000 subs. So yes, maybe one day. But since August 2016 when I started, I suppose what I've got is quite good, and thanks to all the guys in the VC and other people that are subscribed. So let's get on and do this. 5 questions, and one of these I might not be able to answer. So question 1 is, how did you get interested in music? I think it was mainly obviously when I was a kid, a very young kid. We'd always watch Top of the Pops every, I think it was Thursday or something in the UK, and that was the only means of music. My parents didn't have any music in the house. The only thing that was playing would be the radio, and a lot of the time they weren't playing decent music, like what I term decent music later on in life. But yeah, and then the earliest music I can remember hearing would be probably John Lennon's Imagine, which I liked. Wasn't a huge fan. I remember hearing that song as a very little kid at my grand's house, being either played on the radio or my uncle playing it when he still lived at home. He's at my grand's house, sorry. And then I remember hearing a song by Spandau Ballet called True, and I thought that was an awesome song. But to be quite honest, I got fed up with that pretty quick. Especially when that Gold song came out. My God, that was Slit Your Wrists that time. Listen to something like that. There'll be loads of people that like that, but I can't stand it. I'd heard lots of stuff on Top of the Pops, and I thought, you know, Duran Duran, Aha later on, Tears for Fears, obviously I've spoken about before. Who else? But obviously I wasn't buying music. I was too young, and it was only until 1986 when the Final Countdown by Europe, which I've said before, was on the radio, and I just said to my mum, said, right, that's it. I want to own an album, and a cassette, and I want to own that Europe album, and I was desperate for it. I didn't even own a cassette player, personal one, or a stereo or anything. And one Christmas I get a like a stereo, double cassette, radio, and a record player on top, built to get all together. And it had, the speaker was built in underneath, so it was like a stereo stroke karaoke, and you could plug a microphone into it. Not a proper karaoke machine. And I wasn't influenced by any of my friends. None of my friends ever mentioned anything to do with music. At 85 time, 84, 85, 86 time, they were all talking about breakdancing and stuff like that, and I was definitely not into that crap. Especially the music was terrible. And I just thought, no, I feel like the odd one out here. And it wasn't until secondary school that I actually came across somebody that liked the music I was listening to. But yeah, back to the cassette, first cassette, Europe's Final Countdown album. Played that over and over again, so much. And my mum brought me that for my birthday when I was probably 11, I suppose. And yeah, that was my whole world, just that cassette and that stereo. And then a bit later on, my grandparents bought me a personal cassette player, a Grundig personal cassette player with the metal wrap over earphones. Bright yellow it was, Grundig, and it was amazing. I loved it. And they bought it for me for one of my birthdays, and having them earphones in my ears just made music sound so much better, and I could block out the world as well, which was ideal for me because of my autism. And yet, and then I used to have this little cassette thing where you put 5 cassettes in one side, and it had 4 sides to it, and you could twist it around like a carousel. And over a few months or so, it started to be 1 cassette, then 2, 3, and then I used to put them in order of my favourite. Final Countdown stayed there, number 1, all the bloomin' time. So yeah, that was my introduction to music, but mainly my uncle got me into. He didn't actually persuade me to listen to it. I just went through his record collection, his cassettes and stuff, and just was like, my God, this is awesome stuff. And I've showed it in an other video. You can check out my vinyl tag videos, they're in there. So that's that. Number 2. Somebody you would like to spend a day with in the VC. Well, there'd be 3 people actually, but number 1 would be my person I'd love to, just because he's a nutter. And in 3rd place it would be Chris, do 1973. 2nd place, Dan Powers. And 1st place would be Metal Mickey, Michael Allen. Just because he understands me, I understand him. Sometimes I say the wrong thing and he puts me in my place. I'm sure if he said the wrong thing, he wouldn't mind me telling him as well. But yeah, He's on the Asperger's side, I'm on the autism. He's as a form of autism. I'm on everything. I'm on high functioning autism, so I can do my day-to-day things a lot, not as fast, and not as, I can't process things in my head as quickly as most people. That's why I find doing these videos quite daunting. Usually I balls them up, so my videos are never scripted. I don't have a bit of paper and I go, oh yeah, and today I'm going to show you a video about, no, it's not that. Whatever comes out of my mouth is what's, my brain is trying to function this. It can get you into trouble sometimes. Other times you can be really quick, very quick with your wit. Sometimes you can be quick when it comes to being funny. Sometimes my brain will just be blank. My head will be blank and I won't know what the hell I'm doing. And you know, that's why I pause a lot in my videos. And I forget what I'm going to say next. That's autism for you. There's lots of other things that come along with autism. Social anxieties, depression, you know, mine goes woo, 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 unless I'm on the right medication to help with anxiety and depression. My moods go woo, 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 woo. Luckily I'm not bipolar, otherwise it'd be like this. Like this. Going up and down so fast. Yeah, mine are like like that. One day I could be perfectly fine, happy as Larry, and then 10 minutes later I could be grumpy as fuck. But yeah, so yeah, Mike would be the one that I would spend a day, hopefully more than that, with. But yeah, I'm sure we'd get on each other's nerves after a while, but that's just because that's what it's like for most people anyway. But yeah, I could quite honestly imagine myself in a pub with him, sinking as many beers, and because we have an obsessive disorder as well, or I do, I'm sure I would try and kick his ass at drinking. Yeah, but probably lose. He's got a few more years on me, old bugger. But yeah, the question 2 is going on forever, eh? Right, or answer. Right, so that's my my thing. Even though he called me what was it he called me? Oh, check his video out, bugger. Right, weird, that was it. Number 3, no, yeah, number 3 I'm on. What do I love about the VC? Checking out other people's record collections, and I love other people checking out my record collections, because to be quite honest, the people that I know, a lot of them none of them come round. There's only one person and he doesn't always bother much at the moment. Maybe I've said something wrong to him, but yeah, he'll come round. Or I like it when people come round and they want to look through my vinyl and talk about it. And I don't know anybody else other than one guy, my friend Wayne, and he's not into everything that I've got, so it's good to be able to show it on here and know there's people watching, and most of them say, oh, can't wait to see your next stuff or any more stuff from you. That makes you want to keep doing the VC, be on the VC, and keep doing YouTube. And that's why we need more likes, more subscribers, more comments. I don't get as many comments, but that's I must be doing something either wrong or I don't know. But yeah, all I can do is say how my brain works, how my mouth works, how I do my videos. It's a disability like Mike has, and sometimes we struggle with it. Other days we can be as happy as Larry and do the videos we do perfect. But yeah, that's that is mainly the thing I like about the VC and meeting new people. But yeah, I try and put out as many videos as I can because I just enjoy doing it. So, and it keeps me going. So, and it keeps my brain a bit more active as well. And also I learn loads of things from other people. They probably learn loads from me. They probably learned that being autistic is a pain in the arse. But yeah, those will be the main things about the VC. And even though I don't always comment on everybody else's videos, I watch them. Sometimes I don't know what to write down because it just won't work. It doesn't work in here. Sometimes I can be, when I was a kid with autism, obviously, I used to hide behind my mum, and I was the shyest kid ever, and I wouldn't say anything. And yeah, but obviously I wasn't diagnosed till I was 36, so I went through all life with loads of ups and downs, loads of struggles, and obviously my son's autistic as well, and yeah, he goes through the same crap as well. So right, so number 4, my pet peeves or hates. Obviously I've mentioned this already. I do, like Mike, I do clam up when I do videos. My videos are something that I struggle with. I love doing them. They're unrehearsed. When I look back at them I go, oh god, I could have done better. Mainly camera shy. Do you like my little, I've got these out again, I need that to remind me. And my pet peeves is just the frustration that I have, which is another autistic trait. The frustration to get everything I want to say out into the video, and then realise that I've missed this, missed that, missed doing that, and then I'm like, oh god. So that's why some of my videos are so long. Because what I say in 20 minutes, someone could say in 5. So my other pet peeves are the thumbs down, which I know now don't really matter, and I don't know. I think my pet peeves about YouTube, right, is no, not YouTube. The VC, would it be? The VC police. I'll probably lose subscribers now. Whoever they are, don't know. But yeah, that's it. So there we go. Number 5. This is going to be an easy one. Show a talent. I haven't got a talent to show. I'm never comfortable playing my guitar on camera. I make so many mistakes when I try. I have tried before doing it and recording it, and it's because my brain is not. I struggle to do anything in front of people. That's my autistic thing as well. So when I've tried to make videos, I've just been so frustrated that I balls everything up. But yeah, I could never play in a band. I could never. I'm just quite happy to sit down with my guitar, do my thing. I can't follow music very well. I can't read music, proper music. I follow guitar tabs and chords and stuff like that, and listen to the songs while doing it. So yeah, I've had a guitar since I was 11, 12, and I've been to lessons when I was late 20s, and I picked up loads there, learnt a lot, but my hands don't work like they did. I used to be a car valeter. I used to always do heavy jobs when I was when I left school, and I used to work in the wine and beer trade. I knew loads about wine and stuff like that. I used to sell it and stuff like that in a shop. Run a shop myself for about 5 years. But all the heavy lifting has buggered up my back. It gives me shooting pains down through the legs and to my feet. Gives me shooting pains through my arms and my hands. My hands go really hot, really painful, and my neck crunches around. My shoulders are knackered and worn out. My body's a bit of is in a shit state, and I have problems sitting down normally. I always get pain. So when it comes to my talent, I struggle. When I used to do my car valeting, if I was robbing the car down, taking scratches out and stuff, and with the machine, because I used to have my own valeting business, over time, hoovering cars, my back just got worse and worse and worse. And when I was robbing cars down, the pains in my hands were so bad that a car that used to take me 6 hours to valet the whole thing on my own was taken a day and a half, because every 10 minutes of rubbing a car down, I'd have to rest my hands for 20 minutes because they were just excruciating pain. I don't get any of that anymore so much because I'm not doing that job, but it's made me suffer with playing my guitar as well, where my hands would just freeze up and I just couldn't do anything. So yeah, and I'm not one to go, I can't, if I'm watching, if I'm reading guitar tabs and stuff out of a book, I just look at it and go, yeah, I know how to do that and do that, and then it gets to the solo and I'll go, oh fuck, I can't do that. And I've tried. My hands are just not fast enough to do all these things. I tend to try and play easy songs. Or my noisy neighbours are moving their last bits out of the flat above, because thank God for that. I'm going to be opening, celebrating later, opening some bottle of something. So yeah, and that is my 5 questions for Chris Farley's 1,000 subs contest, and well done again, Chris. And yes, you've just got me subscribed back to you again, because for some reason I had a shock that I wasn't, so God knows. So there we go, keep rocking.